Hello, welcome back to Uncle Buck's Garage. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you need to look for when you're buying a square body. First things first, we all know that these things are no longer young. All right, if you're going to look in, there's 2 different reasons to look for one. You're either looking for a parts truck, or you're looking for something to build. So first things first is, I don't know if you guys have the same problems that I do, but to find something like this that has a title on it takes an act of the Lord himself. Everybody has one of these in their backyard, in the shed row, in the woods. They're down here in the Mid-South area, the Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas area. These are everywhere. You can find these on every block, but none of them will have a title. They'll have been moved around. I was going to get it, I lost it, we moved. There's always some reason why there's no title. So that's the first thing you need to consider is if you're buying it for parts, title doesn't matter. But if you're buying it to build, doesn't do you any good putting money in it if you can't own it. Then second thing, if you're going to go out and buy one, you need to check cab corners. All right, if you walk up on one and that looks like brand new, they said, oh yeah, I did that myself. Here's your trick. This is a magnet. This is my Vegas poker chip magnet. I take it with me anytime I'm looking for one, especially if I'm looking for one to buy with a title that's supposed to have a title, a clear title, but you know how that goes. You get there and, oh, well, you know, I forgot to sign it. It ain't been dated or blah, 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 blah. Okay, but this is your best friend. Stick it on there. Use it. If that cab corner looks brand new, no rust, no holes, there's one of 2 things. Either they did fix it the right way, and that's got metal in it, or they just bonded the piss out of it just to get it sold. So that magnet is your best friend. And I always put it back in my pocket. All right, number 3, floorboards. Now this one, as you can tell, I bought it for parts. Floorboards on it don't matter, but you always need to pay attention to the passenger side floorboard closer than anything else, because the heater box is right there. And over time, if the heater cores, they get corrosion in them just like everything else does, they tend to leak, and they'll eat out the whole floorboard. You can see daylight in this whole thing. You can see the trailer in the middle of that one. Oh, get on your butt, get up underneath, because I can guarantee if you're pulling up on one to look at, they're going to have that covered up somehow. So get on your butt, get underneath it, and take a look. Have somebody shine a light. Take a flashlight with you, shine it from the top side. Shine it from the top side down through while you're underneath it, and see if you see any daylight or any shadows. Because there's a lot of people that's pretty shady out there. They can do some weird things. Number 4, doors. And I don't mean just rusting doors. I mean the fitment of the doors. The fitment of the doors will tell you if this truck's been wrecked or not. See, this truck has not been wrecked. You want to know how I know? Look at that line. That's factory. Look at this line. That's factory. And I didn't have to lift it. I didn't have to back up on it. I didn't have to, the lines on it. Now, yes, damage. This thing got rubbed. There's damage back there. This thing got rubbed on this side. But that frame is intact, because if it was tweaked, you'd be able to see it in the doors. The other thing I want to talk about doors, I don't understand. I know it was the 70s. I know. I'll never understand why people did that. Cut a hole to put a 6x9 in stereo system when there's so much room behind the seats. There's plenty of room behind the seats to put 6x9s in. You could fit 8 of them, 10 of them in there on that ledge. Not a problem. But everybody seemed like they wanted to cut holes I got 4 sets of doors sitting here on the farm, and I only got one of them that ain't got cutouts in it. That's 75%. I don't understand it. And I'm a child of the 70s, and I don't understand it. Okay, but back in our day, 6x9s was the thing, and that's what everybody did. And I don't get it. All right. And while I got the hood up, I'm going to show you the other one you need to watch for. This is the biggie, okay? Passenger side, front fender, all of them like this. Do you know why? Think about it for a second. I'll show you why. This is why. That's debris turning into dirt, rotting this truck from the inside out. The battery trays are blind. You can't see behind there, but there's enough room here for debris to get down there and just sit there for decades. Guaranteed. This radiator support, the front of this inner fender, everything down there is rotten to the core. Just holes and holes and holes of rust. Because there's no way, this was a good design to put the battery, but there's no way to clean that. There's no way for you to see that while you have the truck. It just collects and collects and collects for years and decades, and it ruins this corner of the truck. Number 5, wiring harness. Okay. Now, I am very happy with this parts truck because it's complete all the way down, even to the spark plug wires. It's never been took apart. It still has the smog emission stuff on it from the factory. This is a bone stock, never been took apart. Air conditioning stuff, heater, vacuum, huge brake because this is a 3/4 ton heavy half or a camper special. So it's got the heavy brakes on it, 8 lug wheels, everything's here. Nothing's missing. Even the complete air conditioning system is in place, which I guarantee it doesn't work, but it's in place. So this one has never been messed with. That's a plus. Okay, but some people, this is the rarity. There's a lot of times you'll pull one home, get one out of the woods. Everybody has messed with the harnesses. Everybody has cut everything to pieces. But this one, I'm lucky enough. The headlight harnesses are intact. The wiring harness is completely intact. Even the vacuum lines are still on it from that on that Quadrajet. And the other part about it was the selling point of this is a 350 Granny 4-speed on the floor, which is, I want the standard setup. I want everything to do with the pedal on that side for future use. That's going to all be ticking off, cleaned and painted, and I'm going to rat hole that in my closet for future use because I want to build one of these with a 4-speed, with a rock crusher 4-speed in it. I think that'd be a lot of fun for a project. But I have been on the backside of that, and that is a verified 0010 block, 350 4-bolt main. So we got a spare. It knows about, yes, the rear, same thing. Use your magnet. Use that magnet. If those look good, like they've never been messed with, use the magnet. I can almost guarantee you're going to find Bondo in them. But here in the South, the Mid-South, we don't have frame issues. I know you guys right now up there in the Rust Belt are just licking your chops at this. It just doesn't get any better than this. This is 45 years in the frame. The frame is completely intact. There isn't any leakage for the power steering. There is no problems with this undercarriage at all. Now she's old. And I bought her just for parts, just specifically for parts. But I'm having a hard time finding them with titles. It's an ongoing thing. I can find short beds all day long rough, but I can find them all day long, no titles. I'd almost be willing at this point, if I'm finding something that has just a cab and a frame, I would buy something like this, just as long as it doesn't matter what condition is in, as long as I have a cab, a decent cab. One, I know I'm gonna have to fix a bunch of stuff, but a decent cab with a title on it that I could just pluck off of a long bed frame and put onto a short bed frame and just put the parts on. It's just getting that bad when it comes to titles down here. Now, I don't know if it's like that up north. I don't know how difficult it is for you guys up north to get titles on old trucks, but it used to be a lot easier. Now they have things for called a Title 42, and it has to be on your property for a certain amount of time. You have to go through background checks. It takes months and months, up to a year, to get a title, and it costs a lot of money. You know, now if you're dealing with a 68 Camaro, I see that. But if you're dealing with an old square body like this and you just want to drive and enjoy, sometimes that money's hard to come by. I know I'm not rich. So that's my list of the things to watch out for when you're looking for a square body. So if you're still here, like, share, subscribe, smash that bell, hit that like button, tell your friends, have a great day. It's a great day today. Could be in a new project truck or parts truck tomorrow. Y'all be good.